I'm going to grab Morrissey really quickly in case you didn't see my last video or you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok. Maybe you haven't seen her just yet. So I'm gonna go grab her and then she has to go back to the other room because I actually tried to film this yesterday multiple times to the point that my camera died. Try to work with me here, okay? All right, if you haven't seen my last video, this is little baby Morrissey. She is 10 weeks today, I think. And I don't know what else about you. You're 2.5 pounds, which is crazy. She's just so little. Say hi. She is a little menace, full of energy, but she's just baby, so we're never mad at her. She was actually just playing, so I'm gonna let her go play in the other room. Righty, let's get into my April edit or monthly favorites, whichever you prefer to call it. This one is a little bit more product heavy thanks to the Sephora sale. I did film a haul, but I don't know, I felt a little weird about it because I hadn't tried most of the products yet. But now that I've tried everything. Actually, not most. It was half restock, half like new stuff. But now that I have tried things, I will share them with you guys. Unfortunately, Morrissey is not a part of my April favorites because I got her in May, but maybe if she's the best baby in the world, she will be a part of my May favorites. Actually, we already know that she will be. I'm obsessed with her. Also, forgive me, I'm going to be looking out the window a little bit. There are guys doing construction, and for some reason, I feel like they can see me. I mean, if I could see them, they could probably see me. And yeah, so just ignore that, please, of me looking over him. Just so distracted. Last time we started with Perfume, so let's just do that again. I'm still wearing Lily Fia. I wore this one mostly by itself last month instead of wearing it with Rose Royce like I did in March. I find that this one is good for, I don't know how to explain it because again, I'm not the best at describing perfumes, but I like that this one isn't like strong. It doesn't project. Is that right? Doesn't really, I don't know. I feel like when I walk by someone, they can't really smell it. And I like that. It's great for like intimate settings. I had a bunch of meetings and things like that last month. So I think that this is the perfect perfume for that, where, you can smell it, but not everyone can necessarily smell it. At least on me. I also don't think I spray enough perfume on myself. So maybe that's why I don't think other people can smell it. I'm not sure, but this one is still a favorite. I don't know if I'm going to wear this a lot this month. Next one is Devotion. I picked this up during a Sephora sale. It's like a little travel duo, I guess. I don't know. I enjoy this a lot. I've been wearing this. I mean, there's like a teeny tiny dent. I mostly been wearing this at home because it's kind of sweet and I'm terrified of bees. Terrified of bees. I do not want to be attacked by bees. So I mostly been wearing that one at home. I think everyone says it smells like a lemon cake, and I think that's pretty accurate. It does smell like a lemon dessert. Can't tell you how long it lasts or anything like that, but I like it. I typically do not like sweet perfume. I think I've expressed that before. So for me to like one is impressive. For food, it's really just ramps and raw fish. Which sounds so crazy and kind of gross saying it out loud, but I love ramps. I love raw fish. That's all I've really been eating in April. I think April is the start of ramp season and then it ends this month, right? Like it's very short, or maybe it's just a couple of weeks, but as long as the ramps are out, I'm gonna eat them. I eat them with everything. I don't really like eggs, but they make eggs a little bit more pleasant. So like replacing anything that I would have used green onion or chive with ramps, it's perfect. This is my July Rose double-sided pendant necklace. I'm not sure if you can see it. Oh, it looks super pretty and sparkly. It has both of my grandmother's initials on it, one on the front and one on the back. I typically wear this every day at this point, but I think about my late grandmothers a lot around this time of the year, so it was nice to have this. I am very thankful to Jalissa for sending me this. I wear it literally all the time. It's solid gold. I've yet to polish it since I got it, which I think was the start of this year or very end of last year. Not 100% sure. Next, I have these jeans. I'm guessing that is the style right there. Little Western design in the front. I literally hate every single pair of jeans that I own, but these fit me almost perfectly. The waist is still too big, but it's not to the point where it's hard to wear a belt with them. I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but being in between sizes of jeans is the worst thing in the world. I hate it so much. So I typically don't wear jeans anymore. I find myself like when it's time for me to wear jeans, I'm like, oh, I have to wear jeans. Unless I'm going down to the garden, then it's like, okay, it's fine. But yeah, none of my jeans fit right. I don't like any of them. These I love. I got them on sale. Yeah, I got them on sale. There was this, I guess Levi's had a sale early April, and yeah, love them. But they're the only ones that I like. So I guess I'll be wearing those jeans all the time now. For TV and movies, the only thing I really watched last month was anime. So I mostly just rewatched JJK and I watched a movie. I started rewatching Death Note because I'm on that side of TikTok where everyone makes like anime edits, I guess. And I like every single one. I've probably reposted a bunch if you follow me on there. I have to keep myself from reposting them, but yeah, I'm on that side of TikTok right now. Really finishing Attack on Titan. I can't even talk about it. I think I talked to Phoebe from Endless Book Club. I'm gonna put her profile up here. But talked about still needing to finish Attack on Titan. It's like you get all the way up to the end, and then I don't know. I don't know if I just don't want it to end. I don't know. I've already read pretty much all of the manga, so I have a good idea about what's gonna happen or like what happens, but yeah, I need to finish it. Maybe I'll finish it this month and we can talk about it next month. Let's get into some books. So last month I could not sleep. I do not know why. I was averaging around 2 to 3 hours a night. It's getting a little bit better. We're closer to 4 or 5. So since I couldn't sleep, I kind of became obsessed with Wikipedia, which honestly should have made the list under like media consumption, I guess. I just read Wikipedia all night. One night I was reading Toni Morrison's Wikipedia. I've never read her Wikipedia before, I think. While reading her Wikipedia, I ended up stumbling across the Beloved trilogy, which I did not know about. Together, these explore the Black American history and identity throughout time, particularly the aftermath of slavery and racial trauma. I do believe I have the order right here. Feel free in the comments to let me know if I have it wrong. I think if you want to do this, you're supposed to read Beloved, Jazz, and then, can you guys even see that? Paradise. I haven't read Paradise. I haven't read Jazz. I'm 90% sure I haven't read it. I read parts of it in college, but I don't count reading parts of books as reading a book. So I'm going to say I haven't read it. I do think I've read Love, or it was the opposite, and I get them confused. I haven't touched either book in years, so I want to hopefully read this. I don't know if I will get to it this month. I have some other things I want to read and finish up, but if I don't, I'm thinking this would be great for when it's hotter outside. I read a lot more the later half of the year because I love reading in fall. In the summer, I'm dodging the heat, so I'm usually inside reading. And in winter, obviously, I'm inside dodging a cold. Reading Playing in the Dark by Toni Morrison last month. I've been taking notes on each section as I go, so I do still have the final section to read, but even though this book is quite short and technically you could finish this in a day, I think these are maybe essays or lectures, I'm not 100% sure, or just an opinion piece of hers. However, there's just so much to get through that I wanted to take my time with it. In this book, Toni Morrison explores how American literature is shaped by deeply rooted ideas of race, particularly how white American authors have constructed Blackness within their work. She is calling for us to have a more open and honest conversation about race and how Black characters play into these white stories. I believe I read she called it lobotomizing, to think of literature as just, universal, race-free, above criticism. Now, in the last section to read, I would say this is obviously worth reading. I think everyone should read it. I've been listening to the audiobook and reading Existentialism is a Humanism. I was going to say existentialism is humanism, and I might say that. Forgive me. I know that's not correct. I don't know why I keep reading it in my head as that. This is Sartre defending existentialism. I do believe this might be the first time he argued existence precedes essence. Let me know if I'm wrong. I love this. It's not hard to read. There are certain concepts or ideas of his that I have been going over because I either slightly disagree or I'm not 100% sure if I agree or even need to agree on certain things. It's kind of how I think about things. I kind of go in first, like, I don't agree with this, and then I have to think to myself, do I even need to agree with it? Is it neutral? Doesn't matter. That's the way I like to think anyway. So I've been taking a ton of notes, listening to the audiobook and reading this helped. Last month I listened to a lot of music. I'm going to put up on a screen all of the music I kind of listen to on repeat. Feels very random, but at the same time, I think if you know me, it doesn't, if it's like right on brand, but that's all of the music I listen to the most. Starting a month, I went to my friend Steven's show. He's in a band, House of Protection. They were on tour with Poppy, and that was my first time ever seeing Poppy. She's so beautiful. First of all, I never listened to her before, but I found out that my little sister is really into her. So she gave me a bunch of music, like a list of a bunch of music to listen to, and I do like her music. I've literally only ever heard her, I think, on a Not Loose song. I think that's right. I hope that's right. That's gotta be right. I think that's right. But she's so beautiful. What she was wearing that night, I probably actually own something so similar to that. I enjoyed seeing her. I also enjoyed House of Protection, such a fun show. I also love that everyone around me was super excited to see them and to just to see your friends like succeed and to see like other people be excited and to hear other people excited to be there. It was like so heartwarming. This mini trifold, I have been using this all month. I keep it in my bag with me pretty much all the time. The main notebook I've been using is the lined paper notebook. I know I told you guys I hate lined paper, and I do. I still stand by that. However, every day I like to write a to-do list. I have so many lists just floating around everywhere every day, both digital and written, but I've been focusing more on just my handwriting and writing more physical lists. I love the little notebook because it's tiny and it actually makes me look how small it is. Oh, my camera's dying. We're gonna have to wrap this up. But this forces me to not make too long of a to-do list. I don't know if anyone else is a bit of an overachiever and huge on productivity. If you make the world's longest to-do list for a day. I do that all the time. It's actually not productive, so don't do that. This just also fits in all of my bags, so yeah, I'm obsessed with it. Just wanted to kind of give you guys an update since I've had it for a month. My camera died. I don't know where I left off talking about these two things. I forgot I have the extra battery that I should have just used earlier. Anyways, the Faded Topical Spar. I've been using this for almost a month. I think next week will be a full month. Not sure when the Sephora sale was. Maybe it's like the end of next week. But anyways, I do like this. I usually get breakouts on my shoulders like a few months out of the year, like every single year, like clockwork. And then it doesn't break out anymore. And I just end up with a bunch of scars. Really pretty color. It comes in a 2-pack. The other one's in a shower. Looks like that. Can you see that? It's really cute. It reminds me of an album cover, but I don't know which one. This is to fade scars. It doesn't leave my skin dry. I do think that it's working, but I will say with these products, because I've tried the original like faded cream, you need to just wait and take your time. It will work eventually. It just doesn't work overnight, if that makes sense. Necessaire body wash in the Oli Bottom scent. I have been a fan of this brand for so many years. I even have the water bottle, so if you know, you know. I have been using this brand since it came out. I have tried pretty much every scent. This is the only one that I hadn't tried yet. I decided to try this because Chrissy mentioned it, and I trust his recommendations with my life. He has the most beautiful skin. I think I said earlier, I'm going to talk about creators that I love, and he's one of them. And he said this reminded him of something that his mom used to wear, and I agree. We don't have the same mom, obviously. But I swear my mom wore something very similar to this before, like a perfume or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's very nostalgic in a good way, and I love it. I made the biggest dent, but I'm one of those people that has like four different body washes in the shower at all times because I like to use them based off of my mood. I guess let's just talk about creators. The first one is Creasy. I started following him after Melissa did this video on I think comfort creators to follow. Really say there's really no box for him. He is one, always smiling. He's just like the sunshine of TikTok. I am obsessed with him. Again, best skin on that app. If you're taking skincare recommendations from anyone, it should be him. And this is coming from someone who ran a skincare account for many years with her best friend. I know my ins and outs with skincare. I've had a dermatologist since high school. I know my ins and outs. But if you were to just trust somebody based off of how their skin looks, my God, his skin is perfect. His hair is perfect. Um, he's so sweet, just like the sweetest soul ever. A talented artist. Also makes videos on here and on TikTok and Instagram. So I will link everything down below. Creator, I'm shocked I haven't talked to you guys about her before, is Rhea Carmona. I am obsessed with Rhea. I think I just said that about Chrissy, but I am obsessed with Rhea. I absolutely adore her. I think she has the most beautiful face I've ever seen. It's so interesting in the best way possible. Truly believe she looks like an angel, and she is an angel. She's incredibly sweet. I love her style. I know we both love Kafka, so I absolutely love that about her. She also has her jewelry line that I actually own a lot of stuff from. I have one of her necklaces right here, which is super beautiful. She reworks vintage pieces. This is a little, and it opens up like that. How cute. I wore this on my birthday. It was like the only thing that worked with my birthday dress. Um, Absolutely obsessed with her. I think in my last favorites video, I'm wearing a necklace by her. I, again, positive ray of sunshine. I think that you should follow her. She is so multifaceted. She just, I don't know, I feel she just has such a wide range of interests, and she seems to be talented at anything that she like sets her mind to. So I definitely think that you should follow her. Again, gorgeous, beautiful. I will link her shop and her TikTok and like everything down below. But okay, I think that's it for this month. I will see you again next week. And if you only want to watch these videos, I'll see you next month.